ne father-in-law. Na nsem we ba ye na chese akwakoye se eye attack sebe nipa bonifo bi eto hye ne so a wo mo prepra no ne ade okodu ayaresabia no wanya ne tie ne dimu a wo fi ati asefo asase so na no ada ye de eye amanebo ba ya na ye chiom se IGP eye yewra Christian tete yohonu wone ne mrante ne mmaba a woni omu ye adwuma no wo matimi aduaduamu a mo nsa kamrante bi a wo mususu se wo mo ho ebon ensem we mu bie na ena me ne wo kasei update a eba ne chese gang leader nankasa a woda yesa car hijacking gang no anu a wo mo de aduamu ni ma ne se wo mo to hye nkrofo so na wo mo eje wo mo car edifiri mo nsem de tu kwan free Ghana de ko Burkina ne ade koton no gang leader no apparently sana na yere Kumawood actress na ensem we koso no de ababeto dwa no echemu se actress Patricia Sh00ting wono na woni ni kunu omumfo nini etwaguo ewo screens ne so edema wono de eba ni chiremu a mami sebe a police for hwehwe ne den esanse bra no omukochi ni kunu a we gang leader ye abrante duku yi de koba ye nyina ne se na sebe woni a police for no omu yi bia no na chese tu abobakọ na ede ni du ayaresabia na wato nananom ewonsie de na so actress Patricia Sh00ting se say yesi ye hwehwe no ne ho ababe fori ensem ni mu ebie ayechemu ana chese oye ono nso suspect ewa asem ni mu nti on your screens no say the Ghana Police Service has reportedly launched a manhunt for actress Patricia Sh00ting, alleged wife of suspected armed robber Duku, over her purported involvement in a string of robberies. Duku was shot dead during a gang battle with police following an operation reportedly linked to the killing of Mr. Amankwa, said to be the father-in-law of Sammy Gyamfi of the National Democratic Congress. Police says investigations are ongoing with official confirmation still pending. Incidentia wa mo ehwehwe yankasa ye Kumawood actress Patricia Sh00ting is the mere fact say etremu ane ho ebon ensem ni mu bi. I'm sure everybody will be wondering why kwan ben so ni ade asebe ni ho kobom se ni kunu na gang leader na nko no de den na police for ehwehwe no ewa asemwe hu se bia nka ebehwehwe na probably will be because ebia ye hwehwe ni kunu na ye hu but this time around she's been dragged into the whole issue. Chris, what is happening?
Yes, so it's one unfortunate incident. I think say they update in the break. Yeah, T4 ni ahwefo ewo ho no ma ekoye asemfufo. I mean, Sammy Gyamfi in-law na etu aka no through a armed robbery attack na akoye asem na onim say the Ghana Police Service o madwuma o mo bone de na swiftly no omo etimi ekohwehwe omo obabi omo wo ema ekoye tututuo ema abranche no ekohwere ne nkwa na omuhwehwe mu no mu se ne gire allegedly ono so kan cartel no ho a ono ena buampo onze obi ko robbery ayo obi we friend get away ono na allegedly or aid with getaways to do na ya omo ede eye nti bi ono be prepare e bi aka biasi baby a mu betimi de adwane and answer obetimi aye no ho te say ani per report square by na at a point otimi ye no ho te say the nurse no no etimi ede across eye police checkpoints ni ade so say the be obetimi aboa ama me gonna say robbery no etimi akoso. So these are some of the allegations ana omo ede bo Patricia Sh00ting a Kumawood actress ema sisi ide per reports eba no enso so echiremu a ye de betu bi asese a why wanted ni ade police for chasing on the pictures were circulating any ade no ono angasa esa no ho e de call police headquarters so currently the update are eba ne say Patricia Sh00ting na ye per Sammy Gyamfi ni iwa ofumu ye can omubo mu na ye can say actress Patricia Sh00ting ka ho bi ono na AD Emma Amrobi no koso allegedly ono say currently I think that is what we have on our screens now. Okay, so ebusia just like na yenua Bema Chris Ekano the wife of Brante Duku the gang leader the ma car hijacking cartel we mo kumase no ono ade ne ho akwakoma police for intuition screens so a
Was say actress Patricia Sh00ting could no longer handle the pressure and has finally turned herself in at the Ghana Police CID headquarters after being declared wanted over her link to a car snatching syndicate led by her husband. Patricia is the wife of Eric Nchiduku, the notorious gang leader behind several robbery and car snatching operations across the Ashanti region, Bunu region, and Western region. Nchiduku was shot dead during a gun battle with police after one of the robberies. Police launched a manhunt for Patricia Osei after arresting 4 suspects connected to the robbery and killing of Anjus Amankwa, who was shot at Orim Tigo Junction in Kumasi. Investigations reveal she often helped her husband by posing as a nurse, confidently sitting in the front seat of stolen vehicles to avoid police suspicion during checkpoints. Now that she has surrendered, the next chapter of this dramatic case begins. International say, from what we are gathering, there's a Ashanti region kwana or your operation no. Utimi kwa as far as Western region yina and wo muko hwinhwim enkofo ka ne ade. To mu twema se de nua be market etwemu no. Sometimes you could react and say or see a new obitimi aye cover up near ade. Allegedly, that is what is being said about a year. Patricia, and on your screens, or say Patricia, Sh00ting couldn't contain pressure runs to police ID for questioning and arrest. And to say they are candidate, no, sir, NT. So as it stands now, Nadia, not just say, and some nyanya amount for a bonnet dear. Now, her pictures was flying all over the internet. Baby, are not just an info need to go home. And to think that people were even bringing previous interviews near their why wedding ceremony kunu any idea was all over the internet. Now gada there na chisomuchema. We know her to be an actress, we know her to be a producer or producing movie, but then we didn't anticipate same obetimi aye nipa bi asebe wobekwa akwa support be ma no ama no ayeden akwa forecast near there. But in the view and light of what is happening, you know, so far no say Kumawood for no money ne year Juma anybody coming out to defend her, anybody coming to say so we be a Patricia na ye nim ne de ontimi nyesa.
Well, at this point there, I don't think say obi be in a new even to say he or she is associated with Patricia Sh00ting.
Okay.
You know, when some of these things happen, me kai say mami bi all about warning. Na ochire ne se yeti krom ha na onso te ha o se a police for ba no be fa na o enkyere o se ni fie ni.
Okay.
What I say enkyere se ha na me tempo ni aba be fa fie for obi aka ho. And you know some of these things happen. Most people decide to disassociate themselves from you. And then the other part of it is most of her videos are now try in her days and when Kumawood was strong. Most of those videos are circulating online. People are trying to, trying to compare some of the scenes. I know because some of them are now things like Sunday school, Madam Kra, or Kra, no Nepani said the bear bit me akra panu na be pani. So people are like, say, I no question mami or can a of course. You want to say, and some are not children movies, no. So a lot of people were just posting the old videos near there. I'm sure now, as we speak now, most of the Kumawood actors, any actresses, none of them has come out to talk about this particular issue because I say we are very critical. Okay. So yeah, that is what is currently going on.
Okay, so said the ID can wakako PMO on what then wakako CID for. But then the updates no air nature so then no come CID for. They've also taken her into custody because one person oboa with a year investigations near there because and some never say there to me and judging completely and can say ebia no cre and say sebishi on who boom one and whom boom but so far as Udia be pop up no. Most definitely, you would have to be investigated into a copy. Update Alba Nature say she has been held in police custody. Say she can provide every answers to the questions the CIDs will ask her. Now you say be who boom one now whom boom. So on the screen so say actress Patricia Sh00ting has been taken into custody by IGP Cybercrime Unit linked to the investigations of Mr. Andrews Amanko's murder and other related offences. Intina say, Chaya no asemu edi kanya sebe, omu shemu pa, omu hiya no wohon, ye Ramankwa, Irene, mekan say de, Irene Gyamfi because nikunu ene Sammy Gyamfi. So first nanka Irene Amankwa, ye shishemu, inti say de, the etete no ene say Patricia say Sh00ting ewo a police for akache enti enye den ya Ghana police said the mama back to back updates on this issue and eventually they'll be serving us to know more about what is happening. But in view of that, and said na ye ebo hun komono, a lot of old throwbacks videos of both Patricia bo ne red no crowd that say trendy chain bibia wo krom hanum say e bi kire mu ana say flashy wedding na oye wo krom hanin nyina efri ye robbery cause ni kunu no na ye gang leader no na omo robbing nkofo ye chem ko omo enjoy wi I mean omo ko robbery wi na omo ko enjoy wo Dubai na omo aba na omo sa beto asotere bi ko chem gang no allegedly no is into groups group A, group B, group C, group D. And then womu chichem to group A ko ba no discanaba, group B ko anom discanaba. That is what is being alleged. Now there is a throwback video of Yera Eric Introduku, the late, because say they were free mo. And I said be interrogating, investigating, and I interview no and say, oh, ne adwuma be na say me a poultry a farmer, me yen nkokɔ. Obi a yen nkokɔ san wo hwinhwim cars, na che say yese udwane nyame a wo hye na se ena no kreso de ti se nyinsen danya ebepi. Amafo making reference to that particular video say we shouldn't believe everything ayebehu e social media no eso na ntoma e katane ma so yenkohwe video no ewa
enti wo sha ase sen na wo ye adwuma foforo bi ena adwuma ne nkoyie na aso ba be yen portrait e don't think ma wo be share portrait yen
the man be share portrait ni say na me ye adwuma foforo bi na ehon mo no ekọ fom na me ntumi emfa mfide me ho na me fa
na de be adwuma no
na ye de petrol ni diesel e de kobokina but the stage bi na o de kwa enye ye han more price na abebro ho de so yeah abebro ho de so ntumi fa nko to
na ho ye no Ghana
no na ye wompanyimfo bi ho mo de maye as filling station say they be what filling station na or kwa akoton no but na akoye illegal enti na emwa
na ma wutwa so
na ma metwa
so you are ben na was ja idea so ba be poultry farming no
bra idea ne ba ya che but the be shasi
na ka the other be shasi you shasi say
me shasi somewhere 20 about 5 years ni
5 years
ni but enye na mu na
COVID ne ba ye na shasi
yeah COVID na mu na idea no but na aja assassinate to
na
capital the be shasi
nti ade na wo shasi
minya support kakra free my brother ba ko a o wa ma no ne ho na before them no so no minya idea nya assassinate nyina na ka structure no enti me ya badwe se me ko yedi bia kwese bia on betimi a support me kakra brother me ko ne na mo ko kika me nsem nyina
emo ama
emwa bia mfi ba bia ama enti na esem pini fo kakra me ni mo no me de tutu mo nso ni na me hwe mo a ono so de bebo am na ja me nya mo kakra free abusuafo bi nso ho mo so masene na ye de sha ase
nti we started with kokol so do saying
me shall say with 5,000 bears.
5,000 bears at a go. Wow. Now we shall say with 5,000 bears no. Now a kwambe so na for a feed 5,000 bears because now we need to. And one shall say kaka na ko shall say boom sir.
Employee for say we sit down we shall say free them.
Nti wa shall say ho.
Me be shall say no. Me fa akoko bat me to maburu ogu ho.
O fa akoko no wato aburo no go. But now please card we talk akoko.
On say a gradual process na we say ade we simani so. Nti me di ka to we na akoto we feeders here omudi drinkers no matotori nyina go bata akoko na mu de na me nto no.
Nti we to woni nyina gu ho ansa na akoto akoko na ba.
No akoto akoko no sa ma duane. Ntimi say because o be ya ye tro say enkoko 1,000 bia sika then time
Eric Enchiduku, the alleged car snatching syndicate, woman gang leader, our actress, Patricia Sh00ting, Nikunu, and I question in the previous video, now or granting interview say, or yet poetry near their day. What has been the reaction ever since video we started circulating there in Ghana for a kafan?
You know, a lot of people are talking about the fact that pressure they will come doors. Do you understand? Because imagine the wedding you say unyanya wo de na ho pe na etwon de na kwachire because who is a challenge you be na me ya meet up this kind of standard. And a lot of people are talking about the fact that pressure the doors. And you don't just see something on the internet and you feel like, oh, na me de me be here then some of these comments and as some of these thoughts is something a lot of people were trying to advise who get some pressure and get it to them. No, they should, I mean, look at some of these things twice.
Okay. So Ebusia, that is what is happening right now with regards to Sammy Gyamfi, the father-in-law. Nipa bonifuo bi ekoto share ne so ebo no je ne car free ni nsem. Apparently the suspect has been found and meka say wo mu leader no na fofianto ata etu abuba akoka no a wato anana no monsie do nanso ne yere de oda so ewo police for ensem a wo mu etoto na no efa ensem we eho. Now yemfri ensem we eso na yenkopie mu ewo nsem foforo mu ana ye kɔ Koforidua the eastern region of Ghana ho na rehosem a esi ewo honom ne echesa ababa wa wedding finhia eduonu nu meche 25 years ya jeli no ewo amen ya Koforidua court hwese wo mo ebema ne jail sentence ne bonya wedding sentence on your screen so say Koforidua High Court convicts 25-year-old Vera Asare over fatal acid attack on her boyfriend. Entina chese echema wakohwe acid de egu ne boyfriend so ma arehosem a abane se abrante no entimi and survive ama wato anananom wonsie do. Vera 25 years no ono na nimfoni ni eda o screens ne so a very beautiful fair lady and so say no ni freedom enche it will be curtailed. Ni boyfriend no so na the picture ebetwa guye and Chris na see here, was it a banter, were they fighting? How did this happen?
Okay, it is somewhere 29th November 2024 and same way is see here e work for you there.
Okay.
Na Vera ne boyfriend no na oye phone dealer.
Okay.
Oye phone dealer e wo ho na omo em say as at that time na ntawantawa kakra bo mo ntemu a na em so mo nam ejai kwan so ano no.
Okay.
So I think the boy na da and a lady no or call ni dem ho call wada no kohwe acid go ni so.
Wow.
Or sustaining injuries. I mean massive injuries mean kind of sa and a branch and sustaining it. We prepare be mom no call hospital. Do you want her now from 29th September 2024 now the be somewhere July 2025.
Okay.
And a branch no e free mu. Enti na still na asem no wo court a omo e call edi ho akoniaba ene ade a sisi e de Koforidua High Court omo ahwe ahu severe ababa Vera 25 years Vera Sante 25 years no omo a charge no with a manslaughter omo e checking hwehwe mu no ebia the minimum we betimi akombe 10 ebia obetimi akombe 10 kono eje yare hosem nti you see boyfriend girlfriend semi yuni anko yepe na e de asem foforo ya de abanti enu bi ana akoto Vera ene ne boyfriend de Daniel Omane or full dealer o deal with phones near the items a branch and kakra e won nsem kakra nka ultimately say future na brighter and ababa o yetu agene ne nkwan free ne nsem ya wo ho no mo se say the Koforidua High Court or more are convicted wo ho.
So abusianfo na chese same way esi afe 2024 emu na yenua be ma no nso gya yarehwe bepim 2025 a wode eto anananom wonsie do asebe abaya fefefe ya ehunu screen si Vera na nensano adwuma ama Daniel Omane ato anananom wonsie. Now there've been a whole lot of details coming up with regards to the issue. Now to me say enkofo ya papa that since when did relationship matters so delicate say yetimi kum nipa kora wo ho na je say ayare hosem. Now in details be a eba no efa how everything unfolded and we share screens this one and no any idea to her say the Koforidia High Court has convicted 25-year-old Vera Asare of manslaughter after she admitted to pouring acid on her boyfriend Daniel Omane while he slept on 29th November 2024, causing severe burns that later led to his death on 25th July 2025. The attack reportedly followed a domestic dispute and the victim succumbed to complications from the injuries after months of medical treatment. The accused entered a guilty plea and a negotiated plea agreement recommending a 10-year custodial sentence. However, the court has deferred sentencing to 11th March 2026 pending the outcome of a pregnancy test and other relevant consideration. International say yeti ase asem no omo be kwako finalize bibia 11th March.
Yes, so by 11th March 2026, so I think we have like 8 days, 7 days ahead. Now omo ako finalize it per what it is coming no. The accused entered a guilty plea under a negotiated plea agreement recommending a 10-year custodial sentence. And that is what is likely to be judged at 11th March 2026. Now, the entire 11th March, it was stated in the release I kind here, and it said the lady per reports in the trimo am say wa fair fro kakra enti oba nso a wa fair fro sa no na in the sentence no I mean no share how best on be say the be one uncle nya miscarriage be courtroom ho and I said per the shocks near the beba no so no emane nko anya miscarriage ho enti no no ma share say within these few days no omo hwe no omo nya no pregnancy test say oye positive a omo hu how ombesi afa asem no aka no na so negative no so dia na omo ahwe say the ombesi aka no. So that is the current update e chire mu a omo etimi ama omo movie sentencing no at the 11th March.
Okay, but then is it the plea deal ninti na ma the sentence ne ko 10 years nana?
Yeah, and also come yes.
It could have been higher than
it could have been higher than that. No crime etimi man ba up to a bedroom manslaughter no, because you know manslaughter and murder there are a different, do you understand? When they say the car will be unknowingly near day or the whole court now circumstance name say ebia una win for, but then what will be in the normal and manslaughter and a sentence no is not the same as compared to be a charging with murder. Do you understand? So that is nimina aka ho and etimi ama the sentencing no adrusa no.
Abusianfo na chese Vera Asare ye chema plea deal a wokoye no na aboa no ama the sentencing no etimi akọ be 10 years any ade nanso senka wanye ne sa de ne nkebia obetimi akọ more than that. Now a lot of issues are also going on. Yes, it's an say no police for any abre and ebinie any yazwa will be wa ha say no na say we di agrope no police is your friend but waso betimi ayehye e wo hon misan say ye kire mu a wa wo di motorbike akoye racing ene waso be yehye papa wo krom hanum say ya you might be wondering bone be na ya say be wo kwa kotua 12,000 Ghana cedis and now the prison 3 years. Yes, ye chema ukoye a motor racing that is the fine or that is the sentence for you. But as a amount for motor racing, oh, who's a motorbike? Me can say teams and I say social clubs that Ghana has here. They do riding. Sometimes they can ride to maybe a breed from Accra to a breed to Eastern regions and parts. No man ba bimu kwako sombo no man ba any ade. But then sometimes no eya na bi mu racing. Any omo mu di ye antics wo kwan mu no. Ah, okay.
Oh, obi o no pagya animu. Main road is one pagya bike na animu na odi ye show e wo kwan no so. There are particular times that yes I name and Ghana across I name no your entire maybe because the say hey if you na ya ton you any ade enti sa name no ene bi won so mu ko ways ankasa e wo main highway so a obi nam so and sometimes o me na najo. Do you understand? But then obi mu so ho a we agedegede no mu gina mu no yes are racing any ade enti no and na o mu dey to you say obetimi a fine of 12,000 and abekom saa 3 years no enso ewo ho.
Okay, ebusia yenko na yenko tie se de ensem we ebeto emonten so ye ba ebeto aso.
Friday some kofa fun no mo ba.
Yeah.
Na ya han wo mo. Okada fo no. No mu de ni we san we ho speed.
Yeah.
Na we san we ho. Na we yakono asasa na opege ni mu na gada.
Yes, yes.
Eno ni racing no. Eno no at 683 session 11. Was say so yes na police chiwa racing no. Yeah, I record court on fine 1,000 penalty unit.
Abba.
1,000 penalty unit. We calculate here 12 times 1,000. 12,120 million. Titiskan.
Buru mo tane bu okra.
Aha. Enti another be more who the seriousness in the seriousness what reason attached to the reason. 1,000 penalty units. And I say court on fine.
Na agree we broni krom krom ye the giska o mo da.
Enti amukra. And 3 years imprisonment. Or both.
It may jo 12,000. As I do go to.
As I do go to infamous account 3 years imprisonment. Now no the home. The assignment the crowd hano. At 683 no, section 11 no. Or say, sir, as a year of a year 1,000 penalty units no kana. And you right and go on. Or say and the promoter.
And the men na me show me yo. Yeah.
That be the promoter. Yeah, what you yeah.
Na why?
The promoter yeah. The obefa almost a year for what behind no promoter mo behind mo so mo yesa na ma fe me difu ani mo anase obi o ha otimi she da promoter eh wo ni we mo ntimi we me de year to so me promoter sa de we mo magina ho mo nko na we de obetimi awini me discount to so wo promoter no wo se befa 12,000 anya rider no nko a enti mo ho han crofo so mo fa moto media no nye racing e ma wona dada no you are the promoters
no my any brabe mo
ai ya chiwa at 63 section 11 was say I'm fine 1,000 penalty unit that is 12,120 million and now 3 years imprisonment or both it is hard no mo ye yokwan no so no omu hu se enema e wo hu no nya de ketwa enti se obi abe han wo se be yes hard na o ma 200 and 300 cedis na se police ba che no akoje 3 years and akotua 12,000 na se obekwa koya e wo wa ho
abusia we ni nsemo ye please ni pani odi atudwa na chese otwemu a amanfo aye ko han wo mo ebia yie bi na yakofa riders no mu die animu na hwen safo ni nyina aka ho bi has this always been in the constitution of the police and I say a new thing na wo mo de aba
enye new thing but then no say eya na yen sheda en shemu kenasa do you understand but then ekoso ewo Ghana has say most especially sometimes omo ekosie obi a bonze motofo de animu bebre na ebi mu ye antes on say on our screens say na ya omo ye o na ebi mu eyi skills wo kwan mu ni ade we kunya mo fon ba
adaga
ani ka de je na dim de what I say and some of these things eya na ha adwen wo kwan you know and okansa ba kon so de kan ho say mo a mo ko form you know ebi mu ti mi hihye ho do you understand so yenche so we betu we into we betu you know some parts of Accra they ya na share them but then some of the exotic parts of Accra no almost say edukwesi ada me letimi abo Independence Square say ebu Sunday pa na okofa ho a moto no almost so be 200 do you understand na almost be yibi mu ewem na omo ye racing any ade ntini na eni niama ko so college no so sa ho ntini na ne eno enho asem na omo kan mutemu a wa wo ye be chew no de wo be 12,000 letimi asa ko be 3 years ho na wa wo promote mu amu dis ke toto so no o we betu we isu Yamaha o betu we isu Vans o betu we isu Suzuki o betu we engine wo so chen we mo amu chichi e kire ni nyina amu dis kan toto so ni nyina so organizers no so so mo na organizers no because so discato so na we so discato so a mo be ni no nipa no ko race no win no some money bi but I say jo mo na facilitate sa race ni nyina ti mo sa no mo so betimi akom 3 years na mo so matua 12,000 ni bi e come my 24,000 plus 6 years it is can dey be facilitator na betimi atua na 3 years na dey ontimi ntua mfa ma ontimi amu ye riders ni ade no Open we right now point him coffee in Conco racing be na aban chiwa so be she.
Okay. But why is the sensitization coming now? All these wow was a man for a prepra was idea we no. It's very devastating.
Say a Ghana month. What I say Ghana month and so activities do na betimi akoso.
Okay.
Do you understand? Activities do there will be shows, there will be people trying to portray the culture. Ghana, your culture, Angasa as Ghana. Until the very first week of Ghana month, no, na ehumbe here say the kokoboy den, eko edema amount for. And a year after year, so edumbe programs near meaning community be mean person a body. It be a nominee. They can block the road. Police for and I say escort they can block the road until so car and they are violating traffic flow. Accra has say Ghana month activities because so Ghana hangers the way and unnecessary say better share some kina no bia and so adan so
So that is just about it. Now, free a year motor riders ne racing for some way so dear. Now another a year sad news SC Ghana Hanum say another sad news SC Ghana. Now the sad news that has happened in Ghana for it has gotten to do with a Liberian wababe piemu Ghana. Now Liberian ya sebe wabe piemu Ghana hano and I chem say sa mob lynching I know that they've spoken about it several days say uche kromfo a fa ne koma police for and sha ho embro no. I mean a lot of people have died as a result of mob lynching and now a Liberian has been a victim of mob lynching. Now people said eba ne saying e dey see any ade abrante aye kan ni nasem ye say your friend Austin.
Yes.
Austin Tingi.
Yes, Austin Tingi, but I think the E is E netwaji so Tingi or something like that. It's abrante or Liberian ultimately what Ghana has say. And omo abonus ana inchiremu no there I think say we have series of videos here I didn't chiremu do na eba na per reports ni chiremu abrante no onye konfo because omo pai no konfo at the spot and mo mu chesi na omo ekokobo no nti na ne girlfriend wo ho a o chechemu abrante na so ne sister enso so e de ensem to dwa also I think say quickly no yen kasa bebre e bia we go and then check out the videos and see what really happened e wo ho no ma Liberia ni abrante wutimi efrimu yaya e wo ho no no
abusian so yenko na yenko she video of the girlfriend of Austin Tingi the Liberian yabono as a result of friend is saying chrono a de ato so ye ba ye beto aso.
Justice for my brother because he didn't deserve the way he died. He did not wrong these people. He did nothing to them. I want justice. My country wants justice. My mom wants justice. Even the video on social media, I can't watch it. I have to close my Facebook. I can't stand it. I've not seen my brother. I don't even know what he looks like. My brother was my everything. Aside my husband. He has been my best brother, family member. My brother was like my father, even though he was my small brother. He's the one I gave my hand in marriage. It was on Friday. He told me on Thursday that he was going to make a presentation for a website that he had built, and his boss was sending him to go and make that presentation. So on Friday, I was expecting him to go, and I was in the room preparing to go to the market, and he came and knocked that he was ready to go. That was the last time I saw my brother. I went to the market, so my internet was not on the phone. So I got back home around 3:49. I put the internet on in the house and I saw that his friend Mark was calling me. 3 missed calls. And it's unlike Mark to call me like that, back to back. I started panicking for some reason. Like, instead of calling Mark, I decided to call my brother. I called his phone and the girl picked. The girl that you just interviewed, she picked. And she started shaking and crying that Austin and somebody got into a fight. I said, a fight? My brother would never fight anyone. Because I personally advised him, we are foreigners in this country, do not fight anybody. He knows that. I asked the girl, how? Why? And she said they got into a fight and Austin is unconscious, he's not talking. I just dropped everything. And my husband.
That is the sister of Austin Tenge, mob leaching, biakoso, amano atwa nananom ewo ensiedo. Now with this, police for Ghana police, Eddie and Semni Chase and Semisha say echo viral no. And a Ghana Police Service for Ede and Krata ababeto and Monten so awomo etremwa na chese amanfo and I said the people involved in this mob leaching after a security officer sha say wode Cadlas pai abrantie no kromfo no omo nso ekwohye ne so a womo omo etuhye no so ebo no womo nso womo ensema fiom ho aba eniosi police investigate death of Liberian national at Lashibi. 3 suspects arrested. The Accra Regional Police Command is investigating the circumstances leading to the death of 26-year-old Austin Tenge following an incident at an apartment complex at Lashibi near Sakumon on Friday, 27th February 2026. Into Muchema, na said the regional Accra Regional Police and a woman Shishemu Efa Abrante Austin a wedding finchia Edununsia 26 Ukopie apartment complex or Lashibi Sebe and I'm so awatwa nanano monsie say preliminary investigations indicate that the deceased had visited his brother at the said apartment in the company of his girlfriend, but was attacked and assaulted by some residents and members of the public when the caretaker of the apartment raised an alarm that the deceased was a thief. And so muchema Austin ya kana semi apartment complex ena okosra ninua bema na okosra ninua bema no ena chese ebusiafo okosha ni nua bema no ena enam so a amanfo eto ehye ne so eche timemufo ne amanfo mo wo the neighborhood no wo mo ekoto ehye ne so ekono so wone ne girlfriend ena ekoyo say a police patrol team responding to the distress call arrived promptly at the scene, rescued the deceased and conveyed him to the Sakumono Community Hospital for emergency medical attention. He was, however, pronounced death on arrival by the medical officer on duty. Into muchema patrol team na omo enambro no ne so no e na omo kopie asem ne so a omo eje abrante no omo di ne kopie mu e wo Sakumono Community Hospital na omo kopie mu e wo ho no na chese omo di ne duo ne eche mu abrante no wawu dada. The body has since been deposited at the Lashibi Funeral Home for preservation and autopsy. 3 suspects, namely Vincent Ajika, 38, Francis Amuzu, 44, and William Addison, 34, have been arrested and are currently in police custody assisting with investigation. A 4th suspect, Enoch Mensah, is currently at large and efforts are underway to arrest him. The suspect will be put before the court Monday, 2nd March 2026. nti chairman mrantie miensa eye Vincent Ajika, Francis Amuzu ene William Addison ena police fo achiom ba konso e di Enoch Mensa wodi ni ti akanwura a police fo bom homodin bia se wo mo ensa beso ni mu or say the Accra Regional Police Command cautions the public against taking the law into their own hands. Acts of mob justice or unlawful assault are criminal offenses and undermine due process. The command urges members of the public to report suspected criminal conduct to the police and allow lawful procedures to take their course. International say no. Emrantie no edombekwa kugina eye court adake mu na afi Ghana police for chairman uchi obi na osusu se we kromfo we kwedi boni a enhye wo ho embu nipa no. The best thing you can do and say odi omo ebekwa koma eye police for na wo ankasa adele with the person accordingly na wo hye wo ho na se wo bo na chese wo so no oni ye anase wo suban no etia emra a ewo se ye twenwaso ewo sa kwan no eso. It's quite unfortunate say eye Austin watwa nananom ewo nsiedo but utie police release na ebaye na chese all no he didn't go alone. One eye ne girlfriend and koye and right now the girlfriend akoye say eyewitness na owo on ground if bibie si ye no hu ye any ade a ono nso waba betu nanum tuo akasa e de afa asem no say the niema no esifa si ye how his boyfriend was attacked any de si ye nyina no waba aba betwe mu a yenko na yenko tie say de ono nso e de nsem ne tuja.
Call the police immediately. So the police came, we went to the hospital. Before we reached, Pastor was dead. So they beat him until he didn't have strength to do anything. I was like right here, and us was standing right next to me. And the security man was just right here with the cutlass, standing right here, and he was shouting at us. And I was just telling us, I said, go a step, because I don't want them to fight. So I was telling him, I said, go a step, go a step. And he was like, no, why should I go a step? Like that. I didn't do anything. I said, no, go a step. And the man was talking in Twi and in English at the same time. So when I turned my back trying to push him to go, the man then pushed me aside and then grabbed us and brought him down and hit him. Get out. You come in somebody compound, you come there harass their wife, I'll beat you. And start saying a lot of things. Another guy was passing. He was painting. So he had paint all over everybody. The guy held him very tight, like that. So, oh, leave him. Why are you beating on him? And he tried to explain to the guy in true. So the lady that said she was assaulted, she also came. And I was trying to ask her, I'm like, what happened? And she was explaining. So I was telling her sorry. I said, sorry. Let it be, like that. And us was just standing right next to the place like this. And the guy moved his hands from the person that was holding him and rushed to us again and pushed him. Start to hit him, get out, leave the compound, leave the compound. And myself, I ran behind him. I'm like, stop hitting him. What happened? Let him be. Trying to talk to the guy, to not hit him. He said, all he wants is us to leave the compound. So that didn't talk to us. I said, okay, leave the compound. Don't come inside. Do you get? Stay outside. Let me get the thing so we go. Like that. Ready to between the tank. Let's just go there.
They put the tank, eh?
So it was just right here. It was right here. And he told us to leave. So I didn't walk with us. I said us should go outside. So us went outside. Us was outside. The lady that assumed to be assaulted was right here. The security man was just right here, like few minutes away. And I was talking to her and trying to calm her down. And us was trying to come back to talk to her. I said, no, don't come inside. You just stay outside. In fact, go away. Don't come back here. And he listened to me. So he was walking away. He wasn't to the front of the gate. He walked in front. All of a sudden, the lady husband didn't fall. She gave the phone to the security man. I don't know what they say in Twi. And the man pulled up with speed. He was chasing us to the cutlass. So before I could leave from here to go there, I didn't know which direction they went to. So there was a girl upstairs that told me, so they were fighting him up there. They were like full because he was shouting, I don't know, Ebere or what. Something like thief. So that was how they jumped on him at the scene to where it happened. And they started to beat him. So before I could leave from here to go there, I just met him helpless on the floor. And I called his friend. who did the video was talking because I'm like, he's not a thief. Why are you beating him? He came to collect paper, and I also came along with him. He's not a thief. Can a thief? I had his bag with me, his laptop bag, his phone, and everything. I'm like, can a thief be dressed like this? Can a thief have all of these things? He's not a thief. Oh, he's not a thief. I know, madam. We are not saying he's a thief. I said, but you say he's a thief. That's why people are hanging on you. No, he assaulted somebody, so we are taking him back to the compound. And I'm saying he's not leaving from here. And I was trying to call his friend, and another person came to me with a rock. They will smash my phone. If I don't leave that face, they will slap me. So there was a lot of things that happened. And then a motorcycle was passing, and they stopped the boy. And the boy stopped and came and asked. He spoke tree, they explained to him tree. And then he came to me, madam, what's happening? I tried to explain to him. That was how the boss started the horn and calling few friends. When people came around, then later explained to the guy. But at that time, also already weak. Yes, because he was just fighting to get off the ground in Kuni. So a lady was there saying, oh, go and get water. And when I bought a sack of water, I brought it. We were wasting it on him, but he was still weak. So somebody said, oh, you're taking me to the hospital. I ordered a ride, the ride canceled. So somebody else was there. A man was there. And then he was angry. Because after I explained to him what happened, he got angry. And then he called the police immediately. So the police came, we went to the hospital. Before we reached, Pastor was dead. So they beat him until he didn't have strength to do anything again.
Abusia, that is a very sad witness report. You could hear, not just say, Ubi or nam the baby, walk or jina de, now open the baby afano. And ye chilimo, say a whole lot of things happened there. Ye chima could do be a term, our apartment, nimu, in the attempt naturally no, and almost started say, Munini yan was or more pamono, every apartment or, and or no so. So on or Jena answer our coach say a whole lot of issues and then security or what apartment in muno a pine or confu and it's a man for Patricia so mo now until say will be ebe boa and girlfriend no Emma or more edgy a branty na police for so a buyer and no echo hospital mo pronounce no death. This is quite a sad and unfortunate story see e will Lashibi near Sakomono. Now, in some way, you must say a man for be reacted to it. What are they saying, and what do you think will be the fate of these three gentlemen? Be can say a branch and Onyegan and Ninti, they can go scot free.
Oh, I don't think so. Onyegan and Ninti, they can go scot free. You know, sometimes and they maybe say, I now want to say, in as much as say, cromfo. So conform we are at the end that woman says Sanya maybe say and yet no crime so and yet mob action and yet a dear a yam runner so true be now is all your comfort until the court approving is any panel conform only can be asked over pass a judgment with your own prejudice not start some bunny panel honor. And sometimes a man be say and then will beat me who will be no affable we don't panel the book of him. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Some of these days, on Tiasia, you see, in as much as a comfort shower, now comfort show crowd in this canoe. It's be proud because we miss cap, air pescatu bottom, we're proud.
Yeah.
What I said, you didn't ever be say one, or also to be or say, Master, the all can confirm you out and to confirm you are now China. Also, so for the other person or the fire, but then you know, saying in some more action, our gun has said. And family. But then on the other hand, of a apartment, one our branch and copy more on any girlfriend, me.
Okay.
Is it like or more budget dying? Who's a foreigner on budget dying? But I could budget dying, I'll be free colonize. Oh, Muba Ghana, my budget dying, it's moving a mumra, Uba, Benya baby ada. Baku, me and Sam, was a few or dime bacono. Now we come winning the dine on one certain potty. Uba move few or say, now we saw about had a bang, or free him. In the work of that, now I was say, and you might see of you. 1 year to me before I realize this. I ran now a did there 1 week. Do you understand? Me, I should say, be a visa and I come and say, security man was so here, or starting my elbow, no security man. Oh, honum, and now on starting a no kutase kind on call on see form no corner day, a comma in Tawanta Craba or Montemua. A mouth occupy the conformer or more a babono, a honor. And you know, some of these things raises issues with Nigeria for mo ba Ghana ha be rented dan foreigners we do have Liberian a wa ba Ghana ono so be rented dan na ase we akwakoto no e wo ho no na Ghana for ma chom no de mra no de eni omubedi e wo ho no pa.
Okay, now moving on to other issues no nansen tem asemba ko a ejentre han e wo social media no eso ene Ghana hanom say no eye aduane afemu no ye ka plantain chips uti traffic mo so plantain ma me kokko me pe ebunu no aha enyina to de bia eti trotro musa na ufele board ultimate gibi etu anum na u keep yourself busy till you get to your destination na eye ohini ni adazua awo ye sompa nkomo wo sompa FM no na ano ni show ne so na chese be pie mu a wo bi fresh so say wo hu se omo che plantain no wo mo ede eye rubber ya force fo yi de se omo force ne eto anwanima ansa omo de ache plantain no na ama plantain na aye crispy me che grill na aye dene so wo de si awia so kra ko hoki wa awia so kra na ansa the next day obetimi de akọ ensesa kala enye hwe and to the extent say chiremu a esa preserve anwa ni ade che se be a whole lot of issues enye uko social media no so we na be video a no otwabo hinini we na be video no otwabo hinini che se nya sem keto wa busuafo wo madi na tema di se be the fact that she's even barren so she doesn't know kwanya e fa so ase be hassle e de hwe mofra ni nyina mu no ene plantain chip sellers wo krodem hanum se wo matie si dwom wo se ohinini peso wo se wo madwuma enti wo mugyitu mu a enye yie enti enei wo ma hye red di bia bom ti di bia chichire wo nai wo nsa wo mu kon mu cheze enya asem keto a wo so mu twi protest yenko na yenko hwe video ni bra First one they try, you know, and you do for me. Second one they try, and I shoot to them. That was a protest that I caused so a year a month I mean the streets so when you break how much say so protest no what are they trying to prove to us right now?
Yes, it was one unfortunate one, my lady Bako. So I think the lady now, oh yes, our video no. On also ton plantain chips maybe was somewhere Lashibi.
No, I mean like this protest. What was the
well, so they were trying to prove to prove to the whole Ghana phone na say omo plantain chips no omo che no omo fa rubber bia entum.
Okay.
What I said they be bit me hear that kind of feeling now be expect so obenya only bebu how many years still na the etia no. So they wanted to prove it to Ghana for say yes no mo no because and some ne buy no affect your business as say I want for the na patronize plantain chips because we say all we rubber fan and akwakogu ne yam enti eno nti ene ma omo tisi mountain so omo bi free La Paz akopie mu ewo Angel FM omo free honom na de omo kochi ye omo che no ewo honom angasa ma ehu ye ya Beka Junction ewo YouTube omo ni mu honom kochi wo homo hu se omo ache awie mo ma hwese nye gregrewa because enye rubber no mo de ye so they just went out there to prove to Ghanaians that they don't apply rubber and the style foams ni bi no omo mfa enka ho emfa nche omeduane no.
Wow. Asɛm wɔ abusuafoɔ na kyɛ sɛ plantain chips for no so chema ɔmo ntimi ntina se mo adwuma no ensɛe ba ne nyina mu no there is another lady a wɔno nso into the plantain chips business na wɔno nso nsɛm a wɔde aba beto dwa no kyerɛ mu a amanfo bi wɔ hɔnom paa wɔmo de rubber echi plantain chips ni ebi nti onyo say IET is saying that people use rubber to fry plantain chips, especially those who sell in traffic. A woman has claimed that some vendors use rubbers to fry plantain chips, sparking debate over whether the allegation is true or not. Inti, lady in question, Rebecca Kutie no, chema, adene de asema ohini ni kanye no, enye se enye no krepa, binum the rubber neche. So yenka ne se bia enye all the plantain chip sellers and they use rubber ne said the hunu no. Yenko na yenko tie ni nsema wo de tuja.
You people to see say I'm not just here. Tell me about the plantain chips once minimum the American. This is my joint. Me roadside. Come on, me roadside. Me joint in here, right? Me joint in here. More than one. No, I see on hineni that woman say I barren seven. On to me on to on him say so we juma dia shema minuano. Yeah, you want to say mentia. Yeah, with this man. Me yet to say, yeah, the rubber, chips. Yes, I'm not using filter. Me person who be here. Obi ba my first video. Obi ba say because say it is not possible. Sister, shut up. Na ye educating kofo na ye kan no kwenye dey. Enchire omo. People use rubber for chips. Lashibi, any. Maybe I tell you the reason why people use rubber. Some people, especially traffic mumma, who you 10 jinawa, ebia 3 and 2, and obenyoma, omochi genuinely. They don't use that rubber to fry chips. These are the reasons. 1. So you use rubber at the chips are. Once and a media, a good rubber come museum, where a joy, mature, you go at them, a man, a joy, cry, and I'm a little room, send a bear and frama and come because and frama come chips in the bear soft. Say a crisp you, say a crunch you, say a crunch you, send a mocano, may mechanic grow, send a bear million once and poetry for your betty. Say, oh, Sania, a bad joke. Unya grow no ai anuntina most of ye na chips no ye chips e jo ye chichiri no we mu na ya san nkakra na ya baaje agu ye container mu ene ye noma mu enti se na America no. These are the reasons why people use that rubber. Secondly, and I'm on to first one me say grow ninti ubie susu Sanya no the two hole. This good will be a baby biano. See the rubber next year. Ofa grow no ubenya. Secondly, the reason why some of them at the rubber no chips no any and waste time. So one nani rubber ne the fry and one na. Say check the embryo no. O slice it be bread go oil no man so say can be a betche be 15 minutes 20 minutes and say na you ready now where you e dey go na adwo no abaje no same so do you use rubber na 7 minutes na ben because rubber no e coat plantain no na aben 10 na where you say o chi kokko enso so a kokko it takes a whole lot of time. Koko bet me take you 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and san a baby a ben. But say we use rubber, I bet take you 15 minutes. Na ben. Enti ena num anwa en waste bidie anase gas ena we use a en waste enti ma wo ye ha e ma obi bia ye ha enti say what say e ma oil no dawson na dia patro e ma oil no dawson na emom no e ma wo chi ntem na plantain no absorb oil I mean can the tree plant body no o twitwagu anwani mu a enchi anwa no bon so o use rubber na but then enchi anwa no se ne anwa no tie na wo hwegu o pan mu na o che no saa na beye what you say saa na beye enti no it doesn't increase oil or something, it rather makes it fast and then your oil will keep on be plenty in your pan. Yes, sana tenti yesremo mama mfa mfori obia anything me tumu for say obeto chipsa ko obia otefa akon me ba why boss me ba why me educate adenti me ba okay wato ama okay me da say ena make sure say obeto chipsa ko obia otefa akon obia owo joints so wuto na ukofie na enya obetimi di aba abeka hye nipa no ana obetimi report am authorities say wakoto chips wa ha say enye me ya fra me yeti plantain chips me wa Accra 16 junction Lashibi road me ne supermarket ya fra no NN Ventures ene di nhwe ni mu open dudu etu a me sobra me ubenya bebre akoton na mo me kokko me nchechere 5 cedis me kokko me share 10 cedis because next year then the mom the embryo and the share from 5 cedis ekosi 130 150 200 cedis ni na oba ubenya bi me dance me number is 0245 156892. I'm not here to spoil business but then you better no pray am ankofo ani ayeden
yes so akwakoye a debatable mechanical conversation I binumu chema yemfa rubber nche but this is also a member of the Plantain Chip Sellers Association because onoko ahwe baby ohye na or very very vantage point pa o chema ebinumu the rubber check ti say de na lady no ekoka wo hini ni show no eso no nti say o mom koye protest no are they lying to us?
Well, say rumor be about yeah, now there's an iota of truth be somewhere. And yen de said they cancer no yet mean na hanka say no cray and I say no cray. But then there are some videos I think some videos are circulating omo who say omo eyusu obi e the rubber to ayinu and one mu asan or the body any gum. And I think that the rubber was like a bread rubber ni bi pan rubber ni bi and or the two ase ansan or the we no egum. And Oche. I don't know whether Omom Koyo protest. No, I mean, I know say genuinely there are people like Omofa Quine person or Mochi or Muniemano. And I said the analogy didn't so cano. Or not going to say there are some other people are almost a far Quine Boneso and A&T. And then the ultimate and concluding more. Yen say a bayashi with said he did one thing.
I wish ya na yemfa mo NC has say na yenda will be as semunya bread.